Hey everybody, Jiggin Jerry here. Well, I'll tell you what, in this episode, it's going to cover from the end of November into almost the first 2 weeks of December. And we are going to be checking out how the sheephead are doing. That's right, sheephead, that tedious ninja-like fish that bites so softly, but yet puts up such a great fight that everybody is looking for and hunting for this time of year. Anyway, you know, this time of year, the little biters like the pinfish and the smaller pufferfish, as the water gets cooler, should move out and give those sheephead a chance to get to that bait. So you catch larger sheephead more often from December, January through February. And of course, they fatten up, they get really big, bulky, gain some weight, and just turns out great. We'll see how myself and others are doing on the sheephead already. And of course, you know, that downtime between the tides, you're timing those sheephead, we always go for those speckled sea trout. So follow me. Let's check it out, see what we got into. All right. Thank you, sir.
Sheephead month is here.
The next 3 months, at least.
Hey, what'd you get?
In the sunset, look at that. All right. Thank you. Well, all right. I'll tell you what, you know, in between those sheephead, I like to come over there in certain spots on the pier and throw for spotted sea trout. But we're not going to get into that just yet. But, you know, a lot of people are going to be asking questions. Now that we're heading into some winter sheephead, they want to know what we are using for bait. Well, you know, one of the most popular baits out here are fiddler crabs. But, you know, I'd like to let you know and remind you that as the weather gets cooler and colder, the fiddler crabs, indigenous to the area, go into more of a hibernation state, and they are almost impossible to get. You could still get fiddler crabs right now. Most of the crabs local are from Florida, and I mean from the local tackle shops. And you could still use them, but the sheephead will avoid the fiddler crabs pretty soon. They'll start to avoid them, wondering, well, what is that doing out? We usually start to primarily fish with either oysters, mussels, or clams. So for those of you that are asking and you're inquiring, what are we using for bait? Again, that mostly is oysters, mussels, and clams. Okay, I'll give you some more details later. Let's move on to see what else everybody's getting into for sheephead. Woo! Now here comes Dale. Dale is a gentleman that just started fishing out here just a few weeks ago. I gave him a few fishing rods. He's been coming out here for years and has never put a line in the water. Well, look at this. Dale has gone serious. He's got himself a fishing cart and everything. Now this is what we like to see. Come out, join us, have a good time. This is what it's all about. Let's see what Dale gets into. Nice one. Gonna hand over hand it.
We got a net.
Bring your tip to me. Lift your rod up. Ready? Hold that for me, will you? Yeah, he's not that big. Like I said, tied up against the railing, right? There you go. Dale, that's number 2. Good job.
9 by 11 inches.
There you go. Look at that. Sun and clouds on one side, rainbows, thunderclouds on the other side, but it's fishing. You know, there are other people besides Dale having fun out here catching sheephead. Let's see what they've got. All right. Carter, Cliff, are you sheephead fishing?
Yes, sir.
That's a nice sheephead. You know they only get bigger from there, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
That's a good looking one.
114.
Good job. Did he hit, was he real delicate or was he pretty aggressive?
Yeah, I was just moving it around.
And he
I
just,
didn't know he was there.
he was there so you didn't even know it, huh?
I never even felt
See that? They're like ninjas. The ninja fish. All right, good job. First one on the board today. Good job. All right. Come here, young man. You can raise it up for him. You got her? Just kind of hold your arms out so the net don't drag the wall. Almost. There you go. Good job. No, that looks like a keeper, guys. Looks like you got you a keeper. Yeah. He looks right at about 14, maybe 15. Nice one. Nice job. Good fish. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what everybody else is getting into. right. Now that was great. There was a lot of people having a lot of fun catching sheephead, or just fishing in general. But it was great to watch. It was great to help them and see them having a good time. Now, some of the other questions people ask besides what type of bait are you using for sheephead, Jerry? Well, there are other people that have different techniques. I gave a list and a rundown of the bait that we use. But the other question they ask is, what type of rig are you using, Jerry? And what size hooks, what kind of hooks, and so on. So let me give you a quick rundown. We are using Carolina rigs. Now, we make them ourselves. We don't buy them. But if you can find them pre-made, similar to what I'm about to explain, feel free. Buy some. But other than that, usually you have to build your own. So let's start with the hooks. The hooks real quick. I use number 4, not 4-aught, number 4, or number 2s, not 2-aught, number 2s, in a octopus hook. That's right, an octopus hook. Or you can find some, and they call them mosquito hooks. Now, as far as leader line, I personally don't use over 20-pound test fluorocarbon. But I use fluorocarbon. I like to cut my lengths between 18 inches and 24 inches. I like a little longer leader. And since we're using this to make a Carolina rig, of course, at the top of the rig, which is the opposite side of the hook, we like to put a swivel on there, at least a 20-pound test swivel. Okay? And then, of course, your egg weight. The egg weights that we use, I usually average 3 different sizes. Okay? We average a half ounce, a 1 ounce, or in case of heavy moving water, we keep some 2 ounces standing by. But the half ounce and the 1 ounce is the most popular, and if it's very, very still water and you're really finesse fishing, we will actually use a little 3/8 ounce egg weight. Okay? Well, I'm over here flipping artificials for spotted sea trout. That's right. I'm trying to hunt out to see how the spotted sea trout are doing from this last week of November into the first 2 weeks of December. So I said I'd get into some sea trout while I wasn't fishing for sheephead, so let's check it out. Okay, trout questions. What am I using for artificials? Okay, I am using Z-Man Slim Swims in Golden Flake and Opening Night. I'm also using their Golden Boy Paddle Tail Grubs and Curly Tail Grubs. And I am using a Texas Roach Paddle Tail. Those are the colors I'm using to catch these trout. So, if you can find them, have fun out there, guys. All right? got to get a measurement on him. He's at least 4 pounds. He's at least 4 pounds. Yep, and there it is. Anyway, Eileen's way of ending November, a 21 1/2 inch, 4 pound, 2 ounce spotted sea trout. Woo! Well, that's it, guys. You had trout, sheephead from the end of November into the first 2 weeks of December. It looks like there are sheephead being caught. People are having fun. We got a few good months to go to get into even bigger sheephead. Hopefully, some of us get real lucky, and we do. For those of you just watching for the first time, don't forget, look down. There is a subscribe button, and I'll let you know when I have more shows available. For my fans out there, thanks for watching. Got other shows on the way, and like I always say, good luck out there and have fun fishing, guys. Take care.